Hey everybody, sorry we've been gone for so long. Bella and I have been basically completely restructuring our mission for God is for everyone, Dios para todos, letable over. We've been doing right now with the situation in the world, especially in the United States, we've seen more need than ever for us to not just provide worship services, but also tangible benefits for those people the most in need. So right now,
Not benefits,
strategies as well. So what I don't want to make it seem like we're doing handouts or whatever, but for those people in need, we know that we've been speaking a lot with people, LGBTQ people and non-LGBTQ people in the United States who desperately want and need to leave the country. And so right now we're based in Paris, France, and so we're helping people with basically get here. And we're setting up the infrastructure for that mission right now. But it's for people who, for example, maybe they need help getting a plane ticket. We'll set up GoFundMes for that kind of situation. For families who need to get over here, we will provide, what we're working on is providing temporary housing and also helping them through the asylum process, which can be very convoluted and
building a community that supports each other and a place to worship and a place to feel at home.
Right. So we're kind of merging this with our lasting mission of building a community where everyone feels that they can worship and be at home and be loved and supported. That's always been our first mission. But right now, the world is in a very chaotic state. The American LGBTQ people don't feel safe and feel like they want to get out of there.
Many other countries.
And in many other countries, Brazil, Russia, even Argentina. There's a lot of countries where people just do not feel safe anymore, and it's completely understandable. Italy is another example. Fortunately, France is a very open-minded country that still puts liberty first, which sadly is something I cannot say about the United States anymore. We've been reading headline after headline about everything that's going on in the U.S.
And the riots, the violence, the layoffs of families that depend on that money.
Right. There's layoffs of people in the U.S. government and even of people who work for companies that are contracted by the government if they don't step in line with what the Trump administration wants.
Which is liberty.
Or if they actively oppose the U.S. government, which is what founded on, when what democracy was supposedly founded on was having the liberty to
comply to this.
I don't have to comply to this. Sorry if there was a bad connection there. But yeah, what we're doing is helping people get out of there so that they can fight back. Because right now, if you're in the United States and you're trying to fight back, you're basically putting your life on the line, and you are putting your family's lives on the line.
And
we
can become labeled an enemy of the state.
you can with the stroke of a pen, you can be labeled an enemy of the state especially if you're located in the United States and you're trying to oppose. Even if you're just attending a rally, a peaceful protest, you can be named an enemy of the state and disappeared, thrown into a van with no due process. So if you don't feel safe in the United States, we completely understand. We didn't feel safe in the United States either. And so we're here.
And this is not fear-mongering.
No, we're not trying to fear-monger.
Yeah, Pastor Matthew, if this is what we see, imagine what's unseen, what's happening behind everything that we're seeing. Right,
yeah. You see the headlines every day, maybe when you wake up and check on your phone, and you're seeing maybe 20% of what's actually happening. So imagine the truth. Imagine what's actually happening on the streets of Los Angeles, New York City, Boston right now. We're seeing some of it on social media, but a lot of it is being censored. And this sounds like fear-mongering, but sadly, it's the reality. It feels like we're back in 1940 Berlin. This is or 1930s Germany. This is not normal, and we can't treat it as normal, and we can't react to it in a normal way of, this is just how it is.
We have seen too many red flags and permitted it to go on into despotism and not a democracy.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of red flags over the years, even in the first Trump administration, even before the first Trump administration. We've seen a lot of red flags, and we've permitted them year after year after year, election after election, until now we're at this point where we're on the verge of almost a civil war, and people are being disappeared just for who they are, whether they're LGBTQ, whether they're not the right skin color, not the right religion, whatever. And so so many people, people feel as if they don't even have a community anymore, because
so many people are having suicidal thoughts, depression, and we're not here to incite violence or rebellion. We're just saying, here is a lighthouse. We can build a community together and fight back with peaceful thought together.
Exactly. We can fight back without becoming violent or as Bella was saying, becoming some kind of rebellion. We can fight back and be a community, but most importantly, what we want to do is get people safe, in a safe place first, a place where they feel loved, where they feel like they can live as themselves safely and in a community of like-minded people.
And sadly, so many churches have closed their doors to LGBTQ people, families even that have LGBTQ people. They just exile them from churches, treat them less than, and churches have become more traditional. It literally has become, sadly, as the book of Margaret Atwood, The Handmaid's Tale. Right. So it's an extreme Christianity that is not the real Christianity, that Jesus Christ has called us to love one another like he has loved us, and to give to one another what he has given us, that is love. So we need to be that lighthouse. We need to be that light.
Absolutely. So yeah, exactly. What's being fomented by the American government right now is hatred under the guise of Christianity. It could
xenophobia.
Yeah, xenophobia, exactly. So it's and throwing people out who are even U.S. citizens just because their parents were born in a different country. It's insanity, and it has to be stopped. So what we're trying to do is get as many people as we can, as much help as they need, bring them out of the United States, because being in the United States is not a safe environment anymore for a huge portion of the population. And so for those people who are against the current administration and fear for their lives or fear for their safety, whether it's from the U.S. government or whether it's from their church or their family, if you feel a sense of persecution, reach out to us. We are offering a community. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, we are offering that community, as you were saying. Mm-hmm. Sadly, I've heard so many people that we know that Canada is not even permitting Americans anymore.
Right, yeah, even Canada.
Yeah. So we are trying to offer a solution here in France. France has been really a lighthouse of freedom in these times of need. And we remember our ancestors, how they didn't have freedom of worship in the 1500s. They went and colonized the United States. And different timelines in the Second World War, the First World War, they escaped to the United States even because of economical problems. So now it's a time like this that God is calling people to unite together and oppose this government, but not be in a place of unsafety. You can be in a place of safety with us here, and we can organize protests. And what bigger protest than not being in the place where this new king, this new puppet king, is governing with a fist hand, a firm hand, that he is a joke. He is the devil incarnated because he's a joke.
Absolutely. So, yeah, exactly what Bella said. What better way to protest the current U.S. government and everyone who's allowing it and permitting it and even encouraging them to make things worse? What better way to protest than to leave the country, to leave behind that terrible environment and start somewhere else in a community that supports you and that is actively fighting back? That's what we're trying to do, and that's what we've been trying to build the infrastructure for in these weeks. But we do need support in the sense of we need volunteers. We are actively looking for volunteers to help with logistical things, but we're not asking for tithings. We're not asking for offerings. We never do. That's not who we are. We're not here to make money. We're here to help people. So right now, if you're in need of help, if you are looking to escape the United States, please reach out to us either here on Instagram. I'm talking to you through our Dios para Todos Buenos Aires account on Instagram, but you can also reach us on La Table Over, or you can find us on Facebook or GodIsForEveryone.com, our YouTube, God Is For Everyone Paris. You can find us anywhere. You can email us, WhatsApp, anything. You can find all of our contacts. Reach out to us and say, hey, my name is blah, 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 and I don't feel safe here, and I could really use your help. And from there, we can start basically going step by step to get you out of the situation you're in now. Whether the first step is usually setting up a campaign to ensure we have the funds to get you here if you don't have the funds to buy your own ticket. Then we schedule you to get you here. We'll meet you. We'll ensure that you have housing. And then a place to stay,
a place to worship,
a place to worship. We'll receive you with food, with water, with love, with all the essentials you need, and then we will help you start the asylum process for France. And so, and then we'll continue helping you throughout. It's not like we'll just leave you we're gonna continue to maintain a community with everyone who comes with us, any volunteers, anybody who comes seeking asylum.
And we need all kinds of volunteers, cooks.
We need all
worship leaders, musicians, media creators, content creators.
Exactly. There's no one who doesn't have a skill that we don't need. We're always, because we're just two people. We're just two people trying to manage all of this right now. And it's a lot, but we're doing it as best we can. But yes, if there are volunteers out there who follow us right now who are interested in coming to Paris and volunteering, or even working remotely, but volunteering for us remotely, and helping us out in our mission, we would really, really appreciate it.
And of course, we know it's a big move, so we would help them, anyone, to find remote jobs,
right?
Or work here.
Exactly.
So one can have, a normal life and a life with purpose.
Right.
What more purpose than a time like this, a difficult time, a historic time like this, than to build a family, a community, such a strong community, a lighthouse towards the United States, saying, like, we survived, we are strong, and we are here to represent freedom.
Exactly. That's what we're looking to do. We want to build a community that stands against everything that the U.S. government currently stands for, and everything that it doesn't stand for, and other totalitarian governments around the world. Again, I don't want to just single out the U.S., but we've been talking with so many Argentina, Brazil, Russia, the Philippines, Italy. China. We've been talking but the reason I single out the U.S. not only because I'm American, but also because we've been speaking with friends we have over there who really don't know what to do, and again, they're feeling suicidal. They're feeling like they have nowhere to turn, and it's hard to just up and move. We get that, but we're at such a historical point that we never thought we'd be at. Again, there were red flags along the way, but I don't think any of us thought we'd be here in this kind of situation where escaping the U.S. was our best option. So we're just here to help those who are looking to escape the U.S. and who are looking for a community where they can practice their faith and be surrounded by like-minded people who are fighting against the forces who are oppressing them. So on that note, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, that we are just hopeful, that we are with a word of hope and a spirit of hope, and I can already visualize what that community will be. That we will be like a strong family army, that we won't permit this spirit of non-democracy, non-freedom make us depressed, make us suicidal, put us down. We will be firm in our beliefs, and we will be firm in our love and our perspective of love, and showing our love like Jesus told us to love one another like he loved us. We are here to represent that, and I am here to represent that as a trans woman, and you are here to represent that as the man that you are. And we are open-minded people, that we will not permit undemocratic beliefs against us. We will not permit any more persecution. We will not permit any more genocide. We will not permit any more hatred and families breaking apart because non-acceptance.
Exactly. So that's, I think Bella summarized it perfectly. But again, if you're in that situation, please reach out to us as soon as possible, and we will do everything in our power to help you. And again, you can reach out to us here, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, the website goddessforeveryoneparis.com, and learn more about who we are. If you're new to our organization, again, we're restructuring things to focus on the people with the most need right now. So that's what we're doing.
And if you're just here as a online supporter,
yeah,
please keep on supporting our videos because they try to shadow ban us.
Right. Yeah, we've had issues with even social media platforms have been trying to take down even our music, some of our videos, even when we follow all the policies correctly, but because we're not in line with what the current U.S. government and the political winds where they're going, we don't align with them at all. So even if you can't come to France, which is totally understandable, if you can at least support us online, just sharing our videos, liking, and be part of our online community, because we understand that not everybody can just move to France on a whim. We understand that, but if you can be part of our online community, we want to support everyone online and off. Okay.